Hey, it's Aeon, and today let's talk about gearing at level 80. Now, the big thing is you actually start this process very early on. Now, if you have to level via dungeons because the outside world is too packed, then this part kind of doesn't work. But if you can level in the outside world, you can begin your level 80 gearing process right from the beginning at level 70. Now, what I mean by this is that you can do certain hubs in the world to gain reputation so that you can get to friendly while leveling. Meaning, the second you hit 80, you can go around and buy these tabards. Then you have all four of the tabards, which are Kirin Tor, Argent Crusade, Ebon Blade, and Wormrest Temple. Once you're friendly, you can purchase them from their vendors, and then when you do normal level 80 dungeons or heroic dungeons, you'll be gaining shit tons of reputation, which means all this awesome item level 200 gear and epics at level 80 you can just be getting. And you haven't got to go back and do the quests or try to get this reputation at any point. You'll have it while leveling. So it's a really nice way to start the process. So 70 to 77, what I tend to do, now this is what I do. I'm sure there are better ways, I'm sure there are other ways of doing this. This is just my opinion on how to do it, if you can quest in the world. If not, you'll be jumping in dungeons, so it doesn't really matter. But I like Breen Tundra. You go to here. You either start Warsong or Valiant Keep, you'll do quests, and eventually you'll get one that sends you to Amber Ledge. Now this is where you start getting Kirin Tor rep. So you'll be doing stuff here, and then you'll be sent over to Caldara, you'll be doing stuff there. So this is a really nice Kirin Tor hub, and I think you can get pretty close to friendly just from this. There's more later on. There is also a quest chain that I believe leaves up to deaths up here with the Death Knight people to get Ebon Blade. I don't do this normally unless I need experience, but it is another option. Then it goes on to Dragonfly. Oh, sorry, quickly. Hallenfjord, I never really do, so I'll be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure what reputations you can gain here. Nothing sticks out for me, but I tend to not do this zone anyway. But let's go to Dragonfly. Now, depending on whether you Horde or Alliance, you go to Agmar's or Star's Rest. You'll get a quest to go down to these ruins, which is more Kirin Tor quests. You'll also get the quest here that will take you to Dalaran for the first time once you hit 74, 73, 74. But this is where you can do more Kirin Tor quests. So you go down here, you get more Kirin Tor stuff. Now, this plus Breen Tundra should get you to friendly pretty easily. You then have Wormrest Temple. So this is another one that I do while leveling from 70 to 77. You got all the quests here that will give you reputation. However, there's a sneaky little quest chain that I absolutely adore. Now, in this little cavern here, there'll be a big giant four-legged thing, I forgot what they're called, going up and down. This will drop a horn. This horn you give back at Wormrest Temple, and then you'll be running around killing four of them, and then four of them, and then I believe it might be one, then four, then another one, and then the big boss one down here. That quest chain gives you a shit ton of Wormrest Temple rep, Wormrest Accord, I think they're called. I don't think that gets you to friendly by yourself, but then you can do some more quests around Wormrest, and then boom, you're friendly with them. So that's 2 tabards. Now from there, I tend to be more dungeon based, okay? So I tend to go back into dungeons. I believe there's a little bit of Ebon Blade, Argent Crusade up here. There's a bit of Argent Crusade, a bit of Ebon Blade here. More Argent Crusade in Zordrak. But all in all, I tend to leave Argent Crusade and Ebon Blade until later on. But you can do those if you want to. Now Grizzly Hills doesn't have anything from what I remember, or nothing massive, so I tend to not do that. I tend to just do dungeons. So now you're at like 77, let's say. Now quickly before we move on, they have recently added a new feature which isn't in the original Wrath, is that if you finish zones, you will gain badges of Erosion from like the final quests, okay? Now, depending on how many badges you actually get, this could or could not be worth it. If you're getting around 10 badges, that's going to be insane, right? That's going to be really good. If you're getting around 2 or 3, probably not. So let's wait and see how many badges they actually give you, but it could be a good idea to finish off like the big quest chains in zones to get badges. So now you're 77. Now for me, if you're pretty well off geared from like Sunworld gear or pretty well geared from leveling, I then hop into I then hop into Storm Peaks. Now, if you go to K3, you'll be able to pick up a mount that will allow you to fly in Storm Peaks, Shalazar Basin, and Ice Crown for free. It's an item that sits in your bag. It's a slow mount. It's like 150%, but it's a free mount. It's from the Goblins just there. I'll get some footage on the screen for you so you can see where to get it from. Once you have that, you have two choices. You can start your endgame shoulder enchant rep grind, which is Storm Peaks, which will take you up into here, and you'll get all this massive quest chain up here to do. And this is for the Sons of Hodir. I think it starts with "They took our people." I think the quest is called something along those lines. And basically, you just do shit tons of content here to get reputation with the Sons of Hodir. It's a big quest chain before you even get to that, so it's a long quest chain. But you need to do this because this is how you get your shoulder enchants. Or you can go to Ice Crown, and you can do the quest chain with the Argent Vanguard, right? This will take you up into this Scourge zone. It will last for ages, okay? There's a couple of blue items, a blue helmet in the end of this quest. There's a blue trinket at this, which is 187, which is normal dungeon. Or maybe a little bit lower, but you get a nice endgame, starting endgame trinket and helmet. And eventually, once you do all the quests here, you'll be asked to go to the pinnacle, you defend it, and then after that, you'll have unlocked another flight path on the edge here. You should get pretty close to friendly with the Argent Crusade, okay? If not, you can go back and do some more quests in this zone, or you can go back and do some in the sort of Drac, but that's 3 tabards completed. Now, once you have that completed, there will be a tower here that'll have a injured flight person in. There'll be an orc and a human. That will send you to your corresponding airships in this zone, and that starts the quest chain for the Ebon Blade, which will start off with you going to the Shadow Vault, killing the Eye, and then loads of quests around the Shadow Vault. And then eventually you'll take over the Shadow Vault, the Ebon Blade will move in, and then you have your Ebon Blade hub complete, and you can then do quests there to get friendly with them. This will then give you all 4 of your tabards, and all of this is doable before you hit 80. Okay, so you can do this from 70 to 77. You can get Kirintor and Wyrmrest Temple following the 2 bits before. Once you hit 77, you can come here, do this quest chain, get the Argent Crusade and the Ebon Blade places unlocked, and start questing here if if you're comfortable enough. And you can go into Storm Peaks and do your Sons of Hodir quest chain. This will give you a big head start in the end game while also leveling. Now, it is completely possible that you can just skip all this and come back at 80 with a lot more gear and do it a bit quicker, but this is just my way of doing it. So now you're 80, right? What's the game now? So as long as you've done everything, you've got friendly with every faction, you can then look at what pieces you want. So look through the faction vendors, decide what you want from those, which one you want to do first. Slap that tabard on and get your ass in normal dungeons, okay? I'm going to point out 2 things quickly. In Zuldrak, there is a quest here that will lead up to Gundrak, and then on the side of Gundrak here, and that will give you a quest for a blue item. I think it's a ring. And then there'll be another quest here for you for Gundrak that will give you a pair of boots. Now, these are surprisingly powerful. The boots alone, the cloth boots, are like tri-stat haste spell power, and I know for quite a few classes they're really good. So this is just so you come here, there'll be a quest that allows you to go up north, you'll then get 2 Gundrak quests and you can do Gundrak. That's doable at 76, so I'll just throw that in before we move on. So now you're 80, you want to go straight to Dalaran, pick up your daily quests for the day. I believe they are over here. I'll skip to it once I get there if they're there. So here we are running to the Violet Hold. And this is where your daily quests are. So I believe this one is a Proof of Demise. So this is the heroic daily quest. So this is doing heroic as you want to rub. And over here should be another daily quest. So that one gives Valor, which is the 25-man token, which is insane. And I believe this one is Arcane thing. Allows you to slay 4 agents. Where the hell is this? Oh, Caverns of Time, sorry, yeah. But this one is the normal version, so you'll get a nice chunk of experience, reputation with whoever you want, Sons of Hodir, anything you want here, Sons of Hodir, and then you will be able to then get some extra emblems of heroism. Now, I said Sons of Hodir there is a bit of a meme. It's because there is no tabard for Sons of Hodir, and you would have to do daily quests every day around the area that I was speaking about in Storm Peaks to get Sons of Hodir. So any opportunity you get to speed that process up, I would 100% do it, because every other reputation on that list there, all these 4, you can slap a tabard on and you're good to go, okay? So let's go to the next bit. So you've digged 80, you've picked up your dailies, you've picked which tabard you want because you want an epic from them at Exalted or a really good weapon from them at Revered, like Romer's Temple and Kirator. You then get your ass in normal dungeons, okay? Go in there, smash out some normal dungeons, you'll get 187 gear, and you'll slowly work towards. So these are 80 level dungeons, that's got Pinnacle, Halls of Lightning, etc, etc, you know the other ones. Or if you're confident enough or have a team willing to go and do it, you should jump straight into Heroics. On beta, it's very easy. So get your ass in Heroics, you'll start getting badges, you'll start getting mega reputation, you get more reputation from Heroic than you do from normal. And this will kind of lead you into just getting loads of reputation in week 1, getting your tabards up, getting your reputations up, getting yourself loads of gear, getting yourself loads of badges, and it's a jolly good time. Now, if you have no way of getting a group, let's just say it's late at night, what can you do? For me, there's 2 things you can do. You can maybe go out and get some materials for some very cheap crafted gear, or you can actually start working towards some of the pre-raid BIS, like item level 200 epics. Now I want to point out, I'm going to see if I can find it on this trainer here, but there is a fantastic set of rings that are of like level 80 something. I believe they're on here. If not, they're not. Okay, so I'll put them on the screen now. These rings are not even normal quality item level, okay? However, they are insanely powerful and statted really well. So this is one thing you should work towards, is getting these little rings. They're not that expensive, and they're a very nice little power gain, and they're BOE, so they can be made, okay? Outside of that, if there's no dungeon groups going, you can farm some materials for some of the level 200 item level gear. There are some nice cloaks. I would have a quick look at your discords. I would ask a friend who's very good at your class if you know what items they should go for, what reps you should go for first, okay? So let's go through. So that's your first when you're doing 80. Let's go through just your daily checklist then for once you're level 80. So you log on, you pick which tabard you want to wear for the day if you're going to do some dungeoning. You then go and pick your dailies up at the Violet Hold, and then you'll go and do your Sons of Hodir quests, to daily quests to get some reputation. Outside of that, smash normals and heroics when you can. Heroics preferably because they give you more rep and you can only do them once a day. So getting all the heroic duns every day will maximize your badges gained. After that, farm some materials for item level 200 epics that you believe are really good for your class, and spend your badges. That's it. Okay, if some 5-head mega brain on Discords figure out that some questing trinket in Ice Crown is mega bis, then of course you can go and do that as well. But that's your daily checklist. Okay, so if you have any questions or have anything you want to add, please put in the comment section below. I'm absolutely fine. If you have other things to say, it's absolutely no problem. This is just the way that I do it. I can understand if there's other ways. I hope this helps you. Any questions, join my Discord, follow me on my live stream, ask me there, anything you want. But until next time, peace.